What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at a nice little evolution line. The other day I showed you Rasenmon, the first one we'd ever seen. I did not show you the full evolution line because we did not have access to the full evolution line. Well, great news, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful, brilliant, awesome news. Today we totally do. Shout out to the lovely folks over at Ensan Gaming for providing the translations. We are big fans of the dudes over at Ensan Gaming. So what have we got? Well, let's start off with Herissmon. We got a level 3 Digimon here, free cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 2000 power. That is exactly what we would expect from a level 3 with a half decent skill. It's fine, it's not great, it's alright. But it has an inheritable skill whereby on your turn, when this card is trashed due to activating a Digi-Burst skill, return this card to the owner's hand. Okay, we've seen this before. This is not a particularly new or unique skill. We have seen this before. So the Agumon from BT4, the Lalamon from BT4, there's more, okay? Point is, we've seen this before. But I don't believe, and I'm checking over on DigimonCard.dev, which is definitely the best place to check for stuff like this. Great website to use for searching. And I'm checking over on DigimonCard.dev, and I'm not seeing a yellow version of this. I'm seeing red, blue, green. I'm seeing black, and I'm seeing purple. The only colour I'm not seeing, and they, like I said, it all came in BT4, other than yellow. For some reason, we didn't have a level 3 yellow in BT4 that had this skill. And I'm slightly confused why we didn't. Seems weird that every other colour would get it except for yellow. But it's one of those things where we can be very upset and cry about it, or we can be happy that we've got it now. Like I say, it's a skill that came 3 sets ago for everybody else, but it's cool. It means that you've got access to level 3s. We've all had those games where you've got an egg, but you've got nothing to hatch it into. And you want to hatch it into, or evolve it into after hatching, so that you draw a card, so you got a level 3, etc, etc. This will allow you to do that. It means you're going to have access to more level 3s throughout the game. If you're playing a Digi-Burst yellow deck, frankly, this is one you should definitely be playing. Moving on up the line, we got Filmon, a level 4 yellow, 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 4000 power. Nothing particularly special there in terms of a level 4. The 5 cost compared to the 4000 power is slightly high on cost, low on power, but nothing terribly out of the ordinary. And what we have here is a Digi-Burst skill, and you probably could have guessed there was going to be a Digi-Burst skill because of what the level 3 did. And what this Digi-Burst skill does is you trash 2 cards from your evolution sources, and then you choose one of your opponent's Digimon and give it security attack -2 until the end of their next turn. Cool. This is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely awesome. Essentially, it turns off one of their Digimon. Like, now remember, you cannot go into actual negative security attack. It's not you find a regular Digimon, give it security attack -2, and then they have to put a security card down in order to attack. That would be silly. What it means is that they attack, but nothing actually happens. Still relevant, of course, because any when attacking skills will activate and all of that. They have technically done an attack, but they haven't actually gained anything or advanced their position by doing the attack, and that's the important thing here. So I love this. And here they can have security attack +1, and they still don't get to do anything. Now, it's the Digi-Burst skill on the level 4, so it's a bit of a weird one. Essentially, you have to either give up this skill, or you have to wait as a level 4 until it's the opportune moment, which could be a little bit of a downside. It could be a little bit awkward. But the fact of the matter is, there are going to be plenty of games where your opponent's got security attack +1 on one of their Digimon, you Digi-Burst 2, and you are golden. Incidentally, we are talking Digi-Burst 2 on a level 4, so you have to have gone from the level 2 egg to the level 3 to the level 4, and then trash both evolution skills. Moving on up the line, we got a level 5. And again, it's the debut of Herissmon. Let's go for that. I wonder if there's going to be a Digi-Burst skill. Weirdly, it actually doesn't, but it might be even better. So we've got an 8 cost to play normally, which is high for a level 5. 3 cost to Digivolve, 7,000 power. Those are standard. So you don't really want to play it normally, but it's got a great evolution skill, so you're absolutely fine. You're not going to play it normally anyway. When you Digivolve, if this Digimon only has one Digivolution source, you may attach up to 2 yellow Digimon from your hand that are level 4 or lower, put them in the Digimon's evolution source, and draw 1 for each card you put there. Yeah, that's a little bit nutty. Now, you've got to have only one evolution source, which means you've got to have a level 4 that you play normally, and then you've got to Digivolve into this. But when you do, you get to put 2 level 4 or below yellow Digimon under it, and then you get to draw 2 cards, and that's brilliant. I mean, one of the things we've see a lot of play in blue since the beginning of the game is Gabumon, a 3-cost Digimon that draws a card. One of the other cards we saw that's seen a bit of play, pops up as a 1 or 2 of in a bunch of blue decks, is the Zudamon that's a 7-cost that draws 2 cards. This is a 3-cost to Digivolve that will draw you 2 cards. And that's brilliant. Like, genuinely, utterly brilliant. Now, of course, we start thinking, well, alright, yellow level 4s, what have we got? Because we want to hard cast a level 4 yellow. That's what we really want to do here. That's the goal. That's how we're going to get the most out of it. We have got Gladamon, but that's really good if you're playing one of those Holy Warrior decks. I don't know if this would fit into that too easily, if I'm honest with you. We've got Maikumon on play. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 4,000 power for the turn. Or Angemon, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 power for the turn. I think probably my favourite here is either Petermon, that lets you play a Tinkermon for free, or Baluchimon, that if you got 3 or fewer security cards, you draw 2. Having said that, we've also got Mimicmon. If you got 3 or fewer security cards, you gain 2 memory. So lots of 3 or fewer security cards, not so much outside of that. We're not doing great in terms of the play skills on these yellow Digimon, and for that I can only apologise, but I think that's where we're going here. You play your level 4 normally, then you Digivolve into this, grab 2 extra to use as evolution sources, and draw 2 cards. And then I love it. And it doesn't even really matter what you put under here, because we are blatantly going to be moving towards Digi-Burst on Rasenmon. More on that in a moment. So you can get really nice inheritable skills here and build some nice little toolbox. That is absolutely a possibility. But you don't need to feel pressured to build some kind of big toolbox here, because you are just building up to Digi-Burst. And I know this doesn't have a Digi-Burst skill. Having said that, what you could do is put 2 Filmon underneath and then get them both back when you Digi-Burst, which would be awesome, and that would definitely be what I'd be wanting to do. But what we've got here is essentially Digivolve up and draw 2 cards while putting evolution sources under. That's awesome. And I haven't even mentioned the inheritable skill yet. When this card is trashed because of Digi-Burst, choose one of your Digimon to get security attack +1 for the turn. So whereas Filmon has Digi-Burst to give security attack -2 to your opponent, this, when you Digi-Burst it away, gives you security attack +1. And we don't need to go too deep onto security attack +1. It's something we've seen consistently since the beginning of the game. It means that you get to take out more security cards when you are attacking. It gets you closer to winning the game. This is a very, very good thing indeed. And now we've got 2 of these 3 that actively want to get Digi-Bursted away. So when you do use that Digi-Burst, you've got a level 3 that goes back to your hand and a level 5 that gives you security attack +1. That's a great thing. As a quick reminder, Rasenmon, but really the cost is how many security cards you've got -1, so it's never really a 5 cost. And it's got Digi-Burst up to 4, where one of your opponent's Digimon gets -3,000 power for each card you trashed in this way. So you can trash 1 card to -3,000 or 4 to -12,000, that's up to you. I'm giving this whole line between 3 and 4 Wassies, but don't give half Wassies, that would be barbaric. I don't know if it's game changing, but we've got extra draw power. We've got extra security attack. We've got playing around with Digi-Burst. There are good things going on here. At least that's what I think. I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassie. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassie Plays.